So there we go, we've looked at the compressor and the different settings on it. Now let's have a look at the noise gate. As you can see, the noise gate has got similar settings. It's got a threshold, it's got a attack, and instead of the release time, it's got a decay time, which is pretty much similar to the release time of a compressor. There's a couple of additional controls. There's the hold time and the range. Okay. Let's start off by turning the range all the way off to -70. And I'm just going to stop the track so you can hear me clearly. So we know the threshold is the part, the setting where the signal has to reach before the device does something. Okay, so like on the compressor, we set that to -16. The signal had to reach -16 before it started to be compressed by the amount of ratio set. This is the same on the noise gate. We set the threshold to -16. We wouldn't hear anything until the signal reached -16. Then it would let the signal through. Okay, so let's start off with a low threshold, so the signal will pass through pretty easily. We'll start off with a fast decay, fast attack, and a fast hold. So basically it's not holding at all. Now if we start with these settings just to get us going, it means that when we turn the threshold up we'll hear something happen even though it's not the desired effect we're after. Okay, so let's start the track and see what we get. So I'm going to turn the gate on. Now at the minute the gate's probably not doing an awful lot at that level. Okay, so let's turn the threshold up and just to see what happens. Okay, you can hear the signal chopping. Until we get too high, and very occasionally the snare will hit and trigger the threshold at -7 dB, but what it means is we're missing lots of the hits, so that's too high. So let's back that off quite a bit. Okay. And again, the way to set this is to look at your metering on the desk, 27 again because it's a snare. As you can see, if I turn the threshold right up, now the signal is always passing -30. Okay, so let's start off with -30. It's a good starting point. It doesn't sound very much like a snare now. If I turn the gate off and have a listen to it without the gate on, it's losing its end. It's too quick. So what we need to do now, we need to extend the hold time for a bit longer. Okay, now the best thing to do again is whiz through and keep listening. 243 milliseconds. I can just hear the hi-hat creeping in now. So that's going to be too long. Okay. So let's half that number. That'll be about 120-ish. There we go, 127. Okay, still cutting off. So let's increase the decay time. Now you can hear a little bit of hi-hat now, but it's actually coming on the end of the decay tone, so that's better. The snare's got more of an actual ring. Let's turn the gate off again so we can hear what difference it's making. We can clearly hear the kick drum, the rise cymbal, the hi-hat there, and the odd cymbal crash. Okay, with the gate back on, it's definitely taking some of it out. Let's increase the threshold just a little wee bit. If I just turn the gate off again. And turn it back on. Let's run some overhead mics. Actually, on this video it's probably quite hard to hear the difference, but what I'm actually hearing in the room is the snare has got a bit of a dongy ring to it. Actually, gating the snare takes a bit of that donk out of it, so it's a bit more tighter. It doesn't resonate so long on that tone, which definitely clears it up quite a bit. Now if I wanted to clear that up a bit more, I would probably reduce the hold time a bit. So let's run that again. I'll keep the decay as it is for the moment. And that's got a lot tighter. Let's just turn the gate off to hear how ringy it was before. And that is more obvious now. Let's take the overheads out. That little ding afterwards. It's definitely gone once you start gating it.